So I figure I have treatment patients coming in on Monday. It is the new year. So again, like I told you, we're always gonna have to check the portal because today's Friday and if I checked my Dentrix benefit breakdown, it said the patient was almost maxed out still. It didn't say that they were due for their exams or anything like that. But meanwhile, when you check the actual portal, you can see the actual truth of what's going on. This patient needs a crown. They had a root canal back in December. So it actually worked out in favor for the patient because the patient would have maxed out. It is going to have downgrades, it told me. As you can see, the deductible is there because remember they haven't met it yet because their plan restarted. It is a policy year plan. So everything restarted. Their max restarted, everything. So we have the downgrade code. I took the fee down again because you can't see the patient's information. They have 50% coverage. However, I do want you to remember that I did have to go to the portal to get this information. And eh, if I went by some software's breakdown, it would not have worked. And you know, that is what I'm talking about. We get these softwares and it's like, we solely rely on them and we cannot rely on them like that. This patient has 80% coverage for their filling. Now, this is their treatment plan. This is what they have coming in on Monday. This is what they're doing. So, not the best news to hear in the new year that you owe $756. However, this is how quickly that happened. So I'm going to print it. I'm not going to do this while I am filming because obviously HIPAA violation. If I save it to the document center, you're going to see everybody else's name that I have in there. So naturally, right now, what I would do is I would hit save, and then I would save this as a PDF under the patient's name. And then I would go into Dentrix, which is my software, and I would bring this in. So technically, you're uploading something to the document center, which would be this. I would have this myself. And what I'm also going to do for this patient, not right now, I'm going to do this all over again when I finish filming. I'm going to send this as an email, right? So the patient has this. Let's say we have this, you're going to send it off, and it's going to go and that's it. They're going to see everything right here. The insurance, the patient's responsibility, the max remaining. Sorry, my phone is ringing. The deductible, which will be nothing for the rest of the year. Okay, now for this particular patient, this is the only treatment that they need so far for the rest of the year. And they already had their 4 bite wings and 2 PAs back in their last cleaning and exam for the year, hence how we found the root canal, but they are not going to be due for x-rays. So for the rest of the year after this, unless the patient says to us, hey, I have pain here, I have discomfort here, or we see something, we'll take a periapical x-ray, which is going to be one x-ray of the area that's bothering you. But as of right now, this patient, this is their only treatment. So I'm going to reset that really quick. We're going to go on to the next patient. I'm not going to put the date of birth in because it doesn't make a difference, but their maximum is different. Again, 0 because it's January 2nd. Everybody's plan restarted. $50 deductible. Nothing has been met. That's the truth. Just to cross all T's, dot all I's. I like to put it in there. Um, what I will do just to make sure, yeah. So I did have it changed. I didn't know if they made that change. When you reset it, it's only going to reset this down here. So you're going to want to refresh the page, so to speak. We're working on that just so when we reset it, we reset everything. The only thing is like if it's the same maximum, you kind of want to keep it in there. You know what I'm saying? This next patient, they are going to have downgrades. Mm, okay. They're covered at 80%. Oh, it's the same thing. They're getting two of these done. Let me just make sure I took down all the correct information. I did. Everything, you're gonna, yes, put the downgrade code in there, 80%. They also need quad scale. It looks like we're only doing quad scale on one, on the upper right. Okay. Either way, it's all 80%. You can see everything right here. We're going to do the same thing, generate that printable view, print, because I want to download it as a PDF to the document center. You're good. When this comes up, you hit save, you move forward. Okay. And then, like I said, we want to email this right off to the patient because I want the patient to be fully aware before. All the calls come to me in particular from my office. So if the patient has any questions today, they can first certainly call me. And they know that. I'm going to put the email there and we're going to move forward. I'm going to reset. I'm going to refresh. Okay. 1750 max, zero med to date. This person has a $75 individual deductible, and we are doing a filling and quad scale. It bothers me so much that I just lost that the downgrade codes go from D2140, D2150, D2160. It should be D2170, but it's D2161. It bothers me. Okay, but we're going to do the filling and the quad scale the same day because the filling and the quad scale are going to be on the same side. So we're going to numb. We don't need to double numb the patient, and I don't need the patient to come back. So this patient must, that's exactly what's going on. Oh, this is the same insurance company or no? No, definitely not. 80%. Now, as far as a downgrade on a quad scale, they do. The insurance company absolutely will downgrade on a quad scale. I can name particular ones. Aetna, Guardian, they love Cigna. You love to give us hard times about quad scales. Now, some of them actually want to know how much lidocaine we use, how long the appointments are. They're not paying us anymore. They're just prolonging the process of the claim or saying that they didn't receive the attachment or whatever you want to say. To me, it just sounds like they're pushing out the claim because they don't want to pay. So again, I mean, we did all of these treatment plans. Again, we're going to print. You want to save it to the document center as a PDF. Um, right? So I would do that right now. And then we're going to email this off. I'm going to let the patient know, hey, there's a signature line on there. You can sign it before you come in, or you can sign it when you get here. It's probably easier for them to sign it right at the front desk when they come in. You pull up their treatment plan because you're going to have access to it, and then they can just sign right on it. I'm going to email this off to him. We only have 3 patients Monday. We got a few cancellations as well. So that's it. I just did 3 patients in about 2 minutes while talking, and everything is going to be correct. Even if there are no downgrades, you can add in the downgrades. It's better for a patient to get a reimbursement than get a bill at the end of the month. The patients are much happier. My front staff is elated because they can do this. They have full control. They have full control of access to the fee schedules. They can explain it very easily to the patient. The patient can get it emailed right on the spot. If they have any questions, they can ask, they can call. It just it provides clear transparency. And that's what's super important in our field today because it's just gotten out of control. And quite frankly, managers, billers, insurance coordinators, we do not have the time to go after patient copays, $20, $30, $50, $40. Those little amounts equal to a lot, a lot. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed app.mycopayapp.com. First 3 months are free. You're going to get a 30-day reminder if you want to cancel, but I definitely do not think you're going to want to cancel because even I'm like, I've become super dependent on Maya. It's ridiculous. And I used to be able to do copays like that because I've been doing it for a long time. But teaching it to new people or even inexperienced people, it's just become unfair because people are not they don't have access to jobs that can provide a future for them because of lack of experience. Not knowing dental codes. This is going to teach them dental codes very quickly. You can do preventative treatment on this as well. Not everybody is covered at 100% for preventative and diagnostic. If some people owe a deductible for preventative and diagnostic. Maya allows that. Now, in our softwares, it doesn't. Okay. Unless you put cleaning, exam, x-rays in the treatment center, which you don't, because it doesn't count as that. Um, and it would just take up so much space because you just can't do it. You don't do it. It's something that's added when you set the appointment. With Maya, you have the ability to do whatever you want with it. Okay, so now let's say this person, we're doing preventative, okay? This patient has had a, you know, oh no, you know what, let's do 85% coverage. We're going to add a line to that. And in this case, I'm doing a full mouth series. They're covered at 85%. I mean, I got to tell you, you could even put 0%. If the patient's x-rays were going towards their deductible, you can put 0% for sure. Like, but whatever the case may be. Let's just put, here we go. Okay, now this is a preventative and diagnostic treatment plan that you can do in 2 minutes. If the patient needs to know, if they want to know, if whatever the case may be, these $56.50 our front staff is letting walk out the door because they do not understand how to do percentages. They don't understand how to properly input the insurance information into our software that we have become extremely too reliant on. And we are missing out on small copays like $56.50 that equal up to a lot of money. You have to think like a business person. $99.99 a month for collecting $56.50 when you missed 4 of those for the month. Maya already paid for that. Maya already covered that because they're no longer going to be losing $56.50. And just to cover everything and to cross all T's and dot all I's, you can do what I've been showing you. Print to PDF, not scan it, print to PDF and upload it to the document center like we use Dentrix. So I'm going to do that, right? I'm going to save that just so I have it. If the patient is there, I want to make sure it's right. I can quickly put this into Maya and see that, okay, you owe me $56.50. Do you want me to email that to you so you could see? Just so they can see. There's arguments all the time, miscommunications all the time in our offices. Well, I didn't know that I was only covered 85%. Well, I didn't know that I owed a $25 deductible. I mean, now they do. So if you're going through your insurance breakdowns for the day and making sure that everybody is properly covered and you see that they're at 85%, send them a Maya. Send them Maya's breakdown so they are aware of their plan. If they have any questions, you, the patients, if the patients have any questions, they themselves can call the insurance company. Hey, what are these codes? What are these treatment codes? What do these fees mean? Why is my deductible 25? Whatever they want to do, they can do it, but they're made aware. $56.50 twice pays for Maya. So these small copays that we're missing really make a difference. And, again, app.mycopayapp.com. The first 3 months are free. Pick the gold plan. It is going to ask you for credit card information, of course, because after the third month, it's going to be 99.99 a month. You don't have to worry about the prices going up. You don't have to worry about us merging with a big company and it becoming now your plan is through the roof. No. I'm a dental office manager myself, and I understand the problems that we have. This is how we begin to fix our system, which is broken because it's being implemented by people who've never even worked in a dental office. So we have to start working together, and the patients, you guys need to be made aware of what we go through on a daily basis, not only serving you, but also serving the insurance company and having to deal with them. We uh, have arguments with them just as much as you do. So I hope you understand why Maya was created. I hope you guys give Maya a chance. Again, app.mycopayapp.com. First 3 months are for free, 99.99 after that for saving thousands of dollars a month. A month. Watch your aging report go from 32 pages down to 14 pages just by these missed balances. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back to talk more about other things because I don't think I necessarily have to just do Maya all the time on here. We have so much more to talk about, and there's so much more for you guys to know and learn. And if you have questions, ask. If you have a problem, ask. You guys have nobody to go to but your insurance company and hopefully a good office. But a lot of the stories I've heard horror stories from patients that have come to my office, and you guys don't deserve that. And some of us who work in the dental field also don't deserve the treatment that we receive from both yourself and the insurance company. So I think it's important that we all talk. If you have an invention, go for it. Let me know. Get up here. If you're a woman in business, if you're leading your way, if you're trying to do whatever you're trying to do, get a startup. Just join the page, follow along. Let's talk about everything insurance. And let's talk about how we can fix it. And maybe let's get people to hear us that the people who need to be hired need to be in the industry. That's the only way that we're going to fix this. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.